France's Rafale fighter jet could not be sold, but it was blamed on China. Recently, the French Chief of the General Staff, Burchard, said that it was China that deliberately discredited their Rafale fighter jets. Speaking of which, it is also related to the previous air war in the India-Afghanistan conflict. The Rafale aircraft sent by India was purchased from France at a high price, but the Chinese J-10C imported from Pakistan shot it down, and the third brother completed the aerial fireworks. In fact, winning or losing on the battlefield was a very common thing, but France cannot sit still. Gus cannot be sold. First of all, the major media took turns fighting, saying that China deliberately blew up the air, reduce its performance. Now, even the chief of the general staff has jumped in and openly accuses China of belittling the air war and discrediting Rafale. He even said that China used its fighter jets in Scarin, want to rely on this trick to make it world-class. Some netizens stood up and made fun of them, otherwise the French pilots would have been allowed to go to India. Fighting Pakistan again by spraying air, is it a mule or a horse? Take it out and see what the performance really is. In fact, the Rafale fighter jet has been really beautiful in recent years, and more than 500 have been sold worldwide. There has never been a case of defeat, but this time the series went into the hands of India. It is certain that the third brother does not understand it, or there is something wrong with the fighter jet itself. Anyway, the Rafale was shot down. Now, France is not considering its own problems, nor is it questioning the operation of the Indian pilots, but instead is accusing China of spraying air. To be honest, the performance of the Rafale fighter jet is not bad, but why can't it be in the hands of India? It can only be said that the equipment system is not compatible. Indian equipment is part of international brands, a combination of Russian and Israeli early warning systems. French Rafale fighter jets rely on voice communication to transmit information. The low efficiency of coordinated operations makes it difficult for fighters to obtain timely and accurate intelligence. Combined with the level of Indian pilots who crash planes almost every year, it is strange that you do not face defeat on the battlefield. Now the Rafale fighter jet cannot be sold. Is it not appropriate that India broke the signboard? The reputation of fighter jets is deadly. Once they show their cowardice in a real war, every country will dare to spend a lot of money to buy them. From France's intelligence services to the top of the military, layer after layer came forward to protect the calves. Just want to make up for some losses for the sake of quick sales, but winning or losing on the battlefield is actually a tough fight, and the result of a tough air war. This gesture of not being able to afford to lose is really a bit ugly. What is even more interesting is that France once wanted to see the wreckage of a crashed Rafale fighter jet. As a result, India is still hiding and not allowing you to see it. This makes people wonder if it is possible that the number of Rafale fighter jets that were actually shot down by the J-10C is more open to the public than it is now? What is hidden behind it? In the final analysis, why doesn't France blame India for breaking the Rafale signboard but blames China? I'm afraid it fears that it will provoke India. The third brother shook all the real numbers of the Rafales shot down, and by that time the Rafale fighter jets had to lose money and sell to the outside world.